Welcome back, heroes. No time to waste. Like and subscribe. Try this at home. Let's get started.
I love it. Concise.
Called the City of Endless Ways. It's easy to see why. Literally thousands of bridges, both small and vast, span the split canyon, weaving a strong network of stone and wood that would make a spider blush. Some bridges look barely able to hold themselves upright, while the main thoroughfare paths would hold 10 oxen abreast at once, and support 2 or 3 blocks worth of houses and businesses, as well as their inhabitants. Screaming through the open skies above your heads are dozens of winged drakes, as varied as the people who call Bridgewalk home. Below, moored at 100 tiny docks abutting the canyon's edge, are 500 ships that range from tiny dinghy to grand galley. This is a place of acceptance, usually without judgment, and everyone from elf to dragon calls this place home. You see on the western front, sitting up on the far side of the canyon, sits the legendary Adamantine Fortress, seat of power to the Winter Child, the fated ruler of this place. In the current year, that is Lady Estrid the White, otherwise called the Drake Queen, for her fated ability to speak with the drakes. You know that under her leadership she has upheld a proud tradition of efficient and capable rulers, and even expanded the role of the iconic drakes in the city. You currently stand, your eyes filled with a myriad of paths, which each beckon your curiosity. A rainbow of colors, exciting sounds draw your attention. Even as the strong scents of seawater, saltwater, and baking bread fill your nose. Here, you can be what you want, and go wherever you like. As you all cut into the canyon of Bridgewalk, you see the lattice network of bridges form like a great roof over your head, and the many doorways knocked into the stone wall of the canyon itself, at the small little edges that you can eke out a walking space on the lowest parts of the canyon wall. Additionally, you see a massive dragon skeleton, inlaid, half exposed to the weather, in the Bridgewalk cliffside. An old remnant of the dragons that used to fill the skies before they were taken over by the literally thousands of drakes. The Drake Guard are the local enforcement officers, riding around as Roland often does on the back of a large winged lizard. At the moment, you see a city bustling with business, although there is a quickness to the steps of those out in the open. You don't sense immense fear. In fact, you would say that you at most sense a cautious hesitation. As you all pull in, Euphy, you need to make a call. There are 4 docks with which the main, something that could hold a ship the size of the Outrunner. Mm-hmm. There is what's called the trade dock. There is the small dock, which is off to your left as soon as you enter. And that's for usually like smaller sized ships, and it's a little cheaper. You might be able to fit your way into one of their largest slots. The grand dock off to your right is where all of the largest ships make their port. And it has huge 10-sail flags stacked up on top of each other like great towers. And then what's called the trade dock, and then off to the other side is Waterport, which is where the nobles make their dockway, and it tends to cost quite an arm and a leg. But you could expect the safest accommodations.
Wouldn't it also be a target, potentially?
It is fairly secluded, near the narrowing of the canyon, and tends to have less ships at a time.
No. She'll go to the trade dock, you said?
The trade dock is usually explicitly for freight.
Only freight?
For containers, but you could probably snatch a deal if you wanted to hide.
What are their views on pirates here?
Pirates are routinely accepted, but it is very rare that they ascend to the upper city.
Gotcha.
More often they stay down at the rough and tumble lower edges of the canyon.
Okay, just checking.
She'd choose the trade port.
Right. You head. Please roll a pirate perception check. Just roll a perception check.
I love that sound.
Why? No, that sound equals bad.
14.
You don't see any ships you know as you make your way by Grand Port and Small Port and head towards the back, swinging under the massive thoroughfare bridges, where you can hear the heavy clop of very large beasts from the Beast Bazaar, a famous area on one of the many rock outcropping islands that attach the giant bridges to and hold them over the canyon. A sort of market filled with manure and beasts of all sorts. As you make your way to the trade docks and pull up alongside these huge freight ships, loaded to the very brim with trade goods and workmen. As you pull up, you are forced to deal with a very difficult dockhand. He appears to have a board and signs in ships, and he's yelling at you that you need to go to Grand Port. Your ship's too big. Please make a persuasion or intimidate check to deal with this guy.
Hold on. Captain, is there any sort of document we could show to this man to have him let us pass?
You mean like a fake trading document?
Would that work?
We might have used one once or twice, but I don't know if it'd work with him.
Can I roll to use the edict to get past this guy?
You present the edict?
Yeah.
Alright, as you flash the edict, do you say anything?
I'm just going to show it to him knowingly, saying we need to get through.
Alright.
What is that?
Need to get through is all you say. Correct?
Alright. I'm not a pirate, so I don't know what...
Well, you don't need to be a pirate.
I
you
spent
can
a
be
lot of
merchant.
time down by the docks, so would I
Yes.
know what the proper vernacular would be in this situation?
Dude, you're a freaking noble as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
You asked to speak to
the
the manager.
edict,
I think Isaac would know, but I don't.
Karen?
the edict becomes the paper that you specify to them that it is. So if you say we need to get through, it might be like emergency paper.
Okay, I declare what it is aloud before showing it.
What do you declare that it is?
So I pull it out of my robes and show it as a...
So Isaac is going to pull out a long, sleek black scroll, and as he opens it up before him, he declares that it is...
a trade receipt saying that we need to deliver something specifically to this dock.
Why didn't you say so? Alright, pull on in.
Okay.
Yuki's gonna look at him like,
He does give like a kind of... He sort of looks it over and seems to check it out, just make sure it has all the prints on it. And as you look at the paper, you see that it's blank.
Isaac's going to furl it up and then put it into his sleeve.
It's so dope.
Right.
Yeah.
You place the edict back where it belongs, and you all are able to just pull in. He just waves you into an open slot.
Yuffie's gonna approach. Nice.
All
was hoping-
right. Do you have inspiration?
Yes.
Yes.
You should give it to me. It's worth a try.
Funnel all the inspiration to
Yes.
Juniper. Yeah.
You like an inspiration jar.
Well, I do have an inspiration jar. It's called Wish Points.
We need to get you a literal jar and we'll put beads in it.
That would be fantastic. We should do that.
All right. You all pull into the trade dock. How did that work? Dom says.
I don't even know.
Got some friends in Bridgewalk?
I've spent a fair amount of time at the docks in Selenox. I know how things work.
Prongor's going to, nod knowingly.
I think that man back there was just having a bad day.
Or he's an ass.
You pull in, and everybody is getting ready to get off the ship for a change. So Jania puts a hammer on her thong. You see Bali sweep a couple of extra daggers into her space as she picks up her sack. And you see Cleby walk up and grab a baton out of the nest and climb on down as he gets ready to stroll off the gangplank.
Euphemia approaches Cleby. Whoa, I've got a different task for you.
I've already spoken with Walks as well, and she mandated he has to stay below decks on the ship.
He accepted that.
She's also going to... Does she think he'll actually do it?
Shul's going to clarify that.
Can I enforce it with a wish?
What are you going to wish for?
I'm gonna lock the deck so he can't get out.
You lock the door with a wish point?
Tell him about the sickness. That'll be enough to dissuade him.
She does tell him.
Oh.
But she also doesn't want him to do it because he forgot, because he had attention span of a child.
This baby.
Yeah, if you spend a wish point, sure.
Alright, I do so. I think it's worthwhile to save his life.
Euphy's gonna pull him aside away from the rest of the group.
He looks confused as you pull him aside. What do you say?
I need your help with a task, and you're probably not going to like it.
Okay.
Walks has to stay here, she says. He's in danger if he leaves this ship, and I need you to keep him here.
He's gonna point down. He snores.
I know it's a boring task.
He goes, "No, me."
Basically, yes, just stay under the ship, sleep, eat, keep
Walks
Walks.
no roads. Walks no roads. No, me.
Cleby,
Walks no roads.
Walks won't stay here alone.
He's kind of
Cleby, I know.
That's not fair, Captain. He says in Jania's voice.
Oh, do not use that language. She grabs him and says, Cleby, you know...
I'll do what I want. I'm Pot Jack, he says, and he starts stomping around.
Amazing.
She takes a deep, fortifying breath. I know you don't want to do this, but I'm asking you as your captain to do this task for me, for this crew.
Roll an advantage persuasion check.
Why don't we just put Walks in the brig and lock it?
Don't just... Well, I mean, maybe.
Quite persuasive.
Persuasion check. Yeah, 19.
19. Okay. Yes, he says.
She smiles a little and hugs him. Thank you.
Okay.
She's just really happy he's willing to stay behind.
He's going to make his way downstairs.
Okay. She joins the
Where
rest.
did you put the chest?
It's still in her cabin.
Okay. June is actually going to come up, and she is carrying, using a mage, her telekinesis, basically, and her arm, and she goes... She's pointing at your cabin. She leaves it there. She's not leaving it below deck with the 2 bird people. It's a horrible idea.
Yes, it is.
All right, so you place your bags of holding in the cabin.
Yes, the chest they're locked in. She is going to retrieve the items that she needs. She now has a backpack, which she looks very unhappy to be carrying. And she is wearing... she's wearing, like, actually pants for once, and she's, like, basically... She's dressed basically like you guys are for this point. And she's got her hair tied into, like, a kind of a braid that's coming down the side. And
Are they pink pants?
No, they're brown leather pants. I considered it, but no, she's attempting to not look like herself right now.
Yeah, Roland's wearing a hood.
Yeah, she's got on her cloak that looks like a traveler's cloak.
The whole rest of the crew is so used to just blending in.
You also see her change her form in
To
the
what?
room. She just looks like... She looks basically like herself, but she's a human woman with brown hair and brown eyes. She's freckles. She's a little shorter than herself. And, yeah. She looks very average.
Are we out of range now of any extra dimensional storage devices?
Well, unless somebody's carrying one.
Okay.
You're going to see as Rafe kind of picks up his staff, Jania is going to, like, hold his arm and begin to walk him towards the edge of the deck.
Holly and Goofy are
She's
gonna
an ancient
cackle.
man.
June, what he thinks, what she thought. She gives him an odd look.
I didn't think she thought that in the
gonna
sense
like
of like he's fragile and we need to help him. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
You will hear June snort and shake her head as she walks past you.
I mean, Yuffie and Bali had already looked at each other and were just kind of...
You were going to say?
So we are in Bridgewalk, right?
Yes.
And we know that is where Pitt is.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So as we're exiting the boat, Isaac's gonna say to June, so this is Pitt we're talking about. Do we have any sort of plan yet? Is there something that you thought up of that you're keeping from us, or?
I need more information before a plan can be formed, unfortunately, and I haven't been able to receive it yet. I'm planning on getting that information now. Actually, I was hoping that all of you would meet me at... She pulls out a slip of paper, enough for each of the... Not the crew, but just us. And she hands it to each of you with an address on it.
Do you want just us there?
I think it would be wise, unless you wish.
3 drakes, ridden by what look like knights, soar over you, sweeping near the trade docks.
June is going to turn to Rafe, and in a different language than the crew speaks, she says, "Please tell me if you see any extra-menstrual spaces near us."
He knows.
I trust once you get what you need, you're going to keep us in the loop. Okay. So we...
So much, young lady. Sorry for that.
In the same language she just spoke, "You are a bad person sometimes."
Dad, I'm an angel, he responds.
Clearly I was a negative influence on you.
Clearly. Roland, you were going to say?
So are we splitting up, or are we hanging together? Or?
It's a good question.
Some of my crew are going to want to just stretch their legs.
I can imagine.
We should at least go together, right? These twos.
I
Hero
think
says.
pairs would be wise.
Pairs.
Oh shit, I'm with Captain, Jania says. She abandons the old man.
She goes, "I'll be happy to support you."
He's going to place his hand lightly on yours.
She's having, you can tell she's amused. Very amused. As she places it on her arm.
I feel like there's a joke I just don't get, so he's just... Okay, weirdos.
Roland, he's like, what is wrong with you?
What's Isaac's expression, out of curiosity?
So, he has been in his disguised human form this entire time on the boat, right? Does that human form look old, or is it
No.
No.
look like just an average person?
I mean, he's gorgeous. He's very handsome.
Okay.
Yeah, but he looks to be about probably like Roland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were a human.
But he's so wise. He must be a wizard in disguise, right?
Isaac knows what his true form is, so he's not. Doesn't have an opinion.
Yeah, he just doesn't understand why everybody's being so weird.
Roland, do you want to go together? Polly asks.
Yeah,
Wait,
sure.
I thought. Oh, Johnny, I was going with you. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Have I ever been here before?
Bridgewalk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You've probably been on like official like city visiting business.
Yeah, I've never gotten to actually explore the city before.
Dom is going to look over towards Isaac and meet your eyes. Will Prongor be counting as your +1?
Isaac will look around and see if there's anyone else who would be going with Dom.
Hero could go with Dom.
Oh, hero.
Yes, I'll be taking Prongor with me today.
Dom is gonna step over definitively towards Hero. Well, let's go, he says.
She says, please meet there at... She says a time. I don't know. I don't know what time it is now.
What's that smell?
Let's assume it's like 4 hours later.
Okay. 4 hours back to the ship, you said?
No.
4 hours
the
at this
I gave.
address, which I'm guessing is it the governor's spot?
No, probably not. Not, right? No?
Alright, then as you make your final arrangements with the dock master here of the trade deck,
She says, do not say that address out loud.
Okay.
alright, and go ahead and, where do you guys want to go?
Oh, Roland didn't say the godmother's place. Also, that was Tyler to say it.
Yeah, I know. I
We
know.
knew, but
Okay,
yeah.
but-
She does specify, don't say it out loud,
Yeah.
because...
No, I'm just saying I didn't. I
Oh, no.
was just assuming out of game.
I would say that Yuffie and Jania probably go to one of the more disreputable bars in the area first.
Got it. Alright, you and her head off towards the bar. Isaac, Prongor, where do you guys go?
So I'm not going to have any constructs with me other than Feylor and Prongor's backpack for right now.
You could have the homunculus and not have it be too strange.
Okay.
It looks like a mage's familiar a little bit.
Oh, I guess it does. Okay, yeah, I'll have those too.
That thing can even fly around and not be too suspicious.
We are going to comb through the area surrounding the docks and use our experience trying to like get a clue as to how Pitt is manipulating the city. Just by like going into bars and talking to people and listening to the chatter on the streets.
Yep.
Alright. Indeed, you do. Juniper. You and Rafe are together. Where are you headed?
She says, so you're ready to finally see where I work?
Sure. He says, are you sure? I think I'd like that.
So, come along, old man. She tucks his arm into her crook and they
His
walk.
smile is way too big. He goes, would you rather her hit on me the whole time?
I don't know, it would be marginally amusing, but no.
He said, I prefer butter. Roland, where are you going?
Honestly, he'd just let Lolly take the lead. She's probably been here more than he has.
Wally, where would Wally go?
Where would Lolly go?
The market. Wally
Yeah.
would head to the market.
Okay.
She's got good taste. Yeah.
She says,
She could give you a tour.
Roland, how are you at haggling?
People have kind of just given me whatever I wanted for the last, 10 years, so,
That's even better. Come on, let's go to the market.
She's gonna just like pull your hood down and be like, look.
Yeah, that's what's happening. We will begin in the order I started.
Okay.
So, Euphemia. You and Jania head off towards...
You didn't do Dom and Hero.
Because you guys aren't in that group.
But I want to know where they were.
I did
You'll
too.
find out later.
When Daniel talks to himself.
Fair.
I would assume they would go someplace that they're somewhat familiar with. Like they might know the barkeep or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a place where like
You guys are gonna
outlaws
find
and pirates
Project.
go.
Oh god, that's gonna be fantastic. Although I personally
He's somewhere.
wish that you would find him.
He's somewhere here.
There is a rather famously rough tavern called the Sullied Shell. Jania is thumbs up for that place.
We do it.
She goes, the last time I went there, I got really lucky. So I think we're gonna have a great time this time as well.
Could you?
The Sullied Shell.
She says, "Could you use some of that charm to see if we can get any more information about what's going on here?"
Yeah, sure. What do you want me to ask about Pitt?
You know,
So blunt.
Oh, my work actually.
I mean, it looks like everybody knows what's going on. She says, looking at the fearful mother, sort of her head down, walking quickly with her child.
fair enough. Still, if you hear any whispers,
As you all, she busts open the door like she's walking to a saloon, and you all step into a fairly crowded tavern. You see many tables set out, arranged before you, and a few new cracks and craters have appeared in both them and the floor. You see a Goliath barkeep, a huge hulking individual who is slowly padding along, wiping down his counter. And you see a number of rough and tumble folk, adventurers types. As you walk in, your view is blocked by a waitress who says, "Hey there, honeys. Looking for a good time? Got your table right over here. Drinks, hubbies, if you want them."
she looks at Jania.
"Yeah, let's go," she says. As you head over, the waitress will head to get your drink orders, and you both are distracted by a very handsome pair of adventurous-looking, an elf and a half-elf man who seem to be glancing at your way from the other table.
I think your luck is holding, she says to Jania.
She goes, "I think so." She is instantly going to get up and swagger towards their table. All right, so you are sitting at this table, and you begin to glance around. Let's. You said you were going to look for information?
Yeah, she kind of look around. Anybody looking particularly shady?
As you begin to look around, you're going to notice a number of hacked limbs, peg legs. A guy adjacent to you has a hook hand. These look like brutal combat wounds.
How recent do they
Sea
look?
dogs. As you look across the tavern, though, you're like, you kind of look and you start your gaze, and then you're going to hear a chunk. As you look up, you are going to see a massive human woman. She has on thick, leather-bound boots, and a great sword is in her hand that she has stabbed into the floor. You see Marjorie the Decapitator Brimson, pirate lord of Ronan Ironhand, standing about 5 feet from your table.
She literally, just under her breath, goes, "Oh, shit."
By all that's heaven and the pits. The Both of them gave me luck today, she says, as she looks directly at you.
What's the last bit of her name?
Brimson.
Brimson?
Yes. You see that her face is heavily scarred. She is an ugly, maybe mid-40s woman, built like a linebacker. She probably stands 6'3", and you are going to see, adjacent to her, her 3 lieutenants. A Goliath swordsman, a dwarf battlemaster, and a lizard man. Go ahead and place yourself at the table.
Oh, that's what this is.
Oh shit.
God, and you two are alone. You guys got them.
No,
You're
Yuffie's,
not at the same table as her. You're like over
Yuffie's
here.
completely alone.
Oh yeah. Well,
Jania's
Jania
over here.
is there somewhere.
Wouldn't she be at
Yeah,
this
she said
table?
5 feet away.
So
She has walked over to her table.
okay.
You saw her.
Roll initiative.
Should have known.
Place Jania over flirting with these. No, these.
They have to be very attractive. Yes.
Put her in between, let's be honest.
Yep.
All right.
Does she approach the table at this point?
Huh?
Does she approach the table at this point?
Battle cam.
You thought this was going to be a battle. It's going to be a slaughter.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's still showing.
That's true. All right. You hear as she whistles, and every patron in the bar stands up, all of which are her crew.
Oh.
Every token in there is one of her men.
No.
She'll look at her and say, "Some of your crew's gotten hotter." Still
Even the
having
ones
to.
that Johnny is flirting with?
Yep.
Oh god.
She goes, "Hotter, huh? You know what the hottest thing here is? The 50,000 gold bounty on your head, you stupid sea bitch."
Ooh.
Doesn't sound like enough.
Oh, don't worry, it'll be really easy to collect.
You think so? She starts to reach for Pearl's Lament.
You're gonna see Jania. You're gonna hear as her fist shatters the table in front of her. She has crushed a 40-year-old oaken table about a foot thick. And she is glowing, radiating hatred. A literal fog is rolling off her at this moment as she sees a pirate lord who she knows well.
Yep.
Makes you feel any better? It's actually 150,000.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That does make her
Did you
feel a
go
little
through
better.
your notes?
I did. I was like, that does sound wrong. Because Dom's is 1 million.
Yeah.
And then the rest of your crew
50.
is 20k.
Oh, 20.
Sorry. But it was important.
All right. So, as she looks over and sees Jania, as she looks up, you're going to see a virulent hatred in both of the women, both humans, looking at each other from across the barroom. The 2 men that she was flirting with have sort of like backed away and are all 3 sort of triangulating on Jania now, getting ready to lunge towards her. As Marjorie, sort of through the edge of her mouth towards you, says, "That one. A mad dog can only be put in the pound of beating. And believe me, I tried to beat the crazy out of this one. She's too far gone even for that."
Or maybe you're just too weak and pathetic to make a difference.
She's going to turn and kick the table over in your direction. Roll initiative.
Yep. I knew those words were coming.
Daniel, I don't want to investigate the dock area anymore.
Yeah. Plus. Okay, 19.
19. That's good. That's pretty high. Alright. She goes on a 8. Which means she's way after you. Go ahead and roll Jania as well.
Yeah. Where is she?
And they go on a 6. And her regular old man.
5.
14. 5?
Yep.
He's a warrior, so. There we go.
Can I ask a question real fast out of the game?
Yes.
So, how many people can Pearl's Lament affect at once if I use fate points?
Usually any kind of like devastating effect is like a single person. But with enough fate points, you could affect many people. Depends on what kind of effect you're wanting to cause. So, you're first. You see that Jania is like lunging right now towards Marjorie, like thrown out her warhammer as like 4 or 5 guys jump towards her. And then additionally, about 30 people attack you. It's literally an entire pirate crew, 3 of the most hardened warrior lieutenants on the sea, and a barbarian queen.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Okay, go.
She's gonna pull out Pearl's Lament and
So the table is like, she has kicked the table and it is flying upwards towards your face as you rip the dagger forth from your sheath.
Alright. Can she dodge the table?
You should run up.
Run under it.
I was planning to run under it.
Are you
Like,
going
come
to
on, come on.
activate anything from Pearl's Lament first?
Yes.
You run up the side because the flate's like it's going like this. So if you
She wanted to use fate points to to kill them all. No. She wants to use fate points to like make people relive their worst memory. Something that's paralyzingly sad.
So, I will allow, basically, of the lesser guys, you can spend 1 point to waste that one turn. For the middle guys, 2 points to waste their first turn. And for her, you can't do it.
Okay.
She just doesn't care.
Nice. Okay. So she'll waste it for who are the guys who are attacking her?
everyone,
All of those in the room. You can look at the board.
not these 3.
Yeah, like those 2 tables over near Jania are after her. But everybody else. So 3, 6, 8.
Yep. Yuffie's going to go ahead and
23 guys.
expend fate point. She wants to go ahead and impact the ones closest to her and then sort of duck between their legs.
Okay. I will state that even for Euphemia, attacking them is brazen. Like, you are basically like, 2 ancient dragons? Let's go! And like, jumping at Dambleth, Ace, Zio, and Potjack all at once.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally like, oh, I'm gonna kick this whole pirate crew's ass.
It's not going to end well. But
You're still gonna dump it on?
she's still going to do it.
Okay, here we
It's
go.
not going to end well, but she's going to do it.
Dope.
We're gonna lose our captain, aren't we?
I'm so proud.
Like, what choice is there? What do you want us to do? Like, tuck and run or say, oh, yeah, go ahead, help me?
Then I will say mechanically, your 6-point ability is more valuable than wasting your points. Because the disadvantage on them attacking you is enormous.
Go ahead and activate for 6 points then.
Alright.
Blast through them.
As you... So you gain extra turn, double speed, no allays, and you gain disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
That is boss. I like
Okay.
it.
And extra attack action per turn.
I'm gonna have a hard time keeping up with all that.
Very easy. So, you... As you activate,
For this
black
fight.
tears begin to fall from your face as you feel that verb of rage grip your
Her
heart.
face is basically like a rictus of rage. Like, it just looks kind of haunting.
Alright, go ahead. And you can move double your speed, so 50 feet.
Are you just gonna go under the table?
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Are you moving right towards Marjorie?
Yeah.
Okay, you're starting with Marjorie.
She's gonna
Alright.
strike right at
Which
her.
one's she?
Marjorie is the woman there.
Is there a...
Yeah,
It's
the one with the curved sword.
The hood on.
Yeah, her. That's
Cool, boom.
Okay. Do I get sneak attack as well?
Sword is 100% supposed to be curved.
No, you are not alone. But you do get an extra 2d8 points of damage added to what you do.
And an extra attack?
Yeah, you do get an extra attack. You have to attack somebody who isn't adjacent to anybody else to gain sneak attack.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, you could pick off stragglers if you wanted to.
No.
But, okay. Alright.
Okay.
So she's wearing hide, and she is going to use the side of her sword to try to block you as
So,
you rush towards her.
2 strikes?
Correct.
One of them definitely hits.
AC 16.
Yeah, with Lament, 14 and
So you hit once.
28.
Alright, you definitely hit with the second one. So as you move forward, she is just fast enough to react by like pushing her sword towards you to try to like hit you with it. And you are forced to ignore your first strike to like get around the blade, and then you stab her in the arm.
Just the arm. Okay, so it's two extra d8, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that one was an 8. Yay, yay! Okay. So 15 plus 8. So 23.
23. Alright. Dang, that does a lot of damage. Alright. As you stab her, you put a large gash in her arm. And she's going to sort of pull back with the pain in her arm.
Was it her primary arm, her fighting arm?
No. It was her other arm. And she is going to like lift up and swing her foot wildly towards you to get you to back up. And then picks up the blade, and her minions rush in.
But aren't they freaked
3,
out?
4, 5, 6. No.
I thought they were too freaked out to attack the
Put
person.
somebody
Different
in a
abilities.
square, every square around Jania right now.
No, those are the
Jania. Yeah. So get a bunch of hot
Are
pogs.
they on top of the table?
And that dude is going to also be there.
So they jump on top of the table?
Are these guys staying here, or are they coming over too?
Everybody within 30 feet of Euphemia is going to move towards her.
How far can they move? Well, these doesn't matter. These can all get there.
Yeah, those guys are all going to move towards her.
How far can they move?
30 feet.
So 6. 3.
Assuming you moved forward.
Okay, so all of her crew have pack tactics. So,
Uh-oh.
well, the lieutenants can't move yet. So they're going to stay where they are. It's just the little dudes. Your world becomes metal and bat as 100 strikes come in your
Wait,
direction.
does everybody move even if they're not 30 feet?
Everybody who isn't able to make it there is going to dash to block the exits.
So you can.
Okay, where are the exits at?
Right over here, that door right there. So move them 60 feet towards that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys are able to attack you initially. Each of them have pack tactics, so since they attack you together, all of them gain advantage. Which they have disadvantage.
So they have
don't
no
get
advantage.
Yeah, which is super good.
Can't make it because they're
What's your
dashing.
AC?
18.
By the way, that's an upper level, so they would have to jump down.
Oh. Well, this guy was on this side of the
Oh, okay.
table.
I would assume the tables would be difficult terrain going straight through them.
Okay. As they move forward, you are going
help her,
to.
come on.
You're focused.
Well, these guys are
on
just
her.
blocking the exit.
And
Maybe she can bust her way through another wall.
one blade
Through the window!
over your head. Another one comes curving down like mid-flip. And you actually are going to kick off his arm as it comes down, and you drive yourself to the floor as a point comes towards your face. You see it drive directly towards your eye as you dodge your head just so, and then push your head against the blade in order to force yourself to roll back to the edge as a guy like jumps down from the upper table and slams down his blade right where you were. And you roll towards a guy who's like right above you. He slashes down as you go between his legs. And then you find yourself whirling to face her once again as every one of the 7 attacks is missed.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Oh my god!
She goes, slippery bitch! She whips up her greatsword and says,
You're like an
kill her!
No, don't be an eel.
Be
An octopus.
Octopus are cool.
Okay. And she is going to attack you herself.
Or squid. Squids are cool.
Isn't an octopus what's a squid then? But what's the difference?
Entirely different species.
They are? I learned something new today.
Okay.
All good.
She, fortunately for you, does not have pack tactics. She is not used to fighting with crew. So she will only hit you one time with a 25 AC.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Evasion?
Alright, you chop 16 down to 6. Or
uncanny
13 down to
dodge,
6
sorry.
damage.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, she does 6 points.
Okay.
She rushes forward and slices time after time, trying to pin you down.
She's just kind of dancing around the blade at this point.
And then her blade is going to like slide right beneath your armpit and cut you right there. And she sort of jerks it up to try to rip your arm off. And as she does, you whirl around and see another blade coming towards your face as the lizard man like leaps up and comes down at you with his claws.
You're gonna have a wardrobe malfunction soon.
That's your concern?
I'm just saying.
Jania has no such disadvantage on attack rolls against her, so normal dudes just attack her. See how they do. She is hit twice, and so one slice cuts her cheek, and a bat hits her on the kneecap.
No
but
thanks.
she's still up. And
Is it her turn?
it is not. She's last. And it is the lieutenant's.
Oh, this is gonna go so badly.
Wish we could help.
I know, right?
All right.
Is
So,
there I could wish?
the lieutenant's, the Goliath is actually too big to get in there right now. But he is going to go and he will stand outside, move the Goliath back to like there-ish, and he's gonna ready in action. The lizard man's gonna run in and hit, and the dwarf is gonna run in and hit, but they're both gonna move back to where they are.
Okay.
It would be so amazing if one person showed up right now. Just saying.
Yes, it would.
Yes.
You know exactly where I was going.
Okay.
What guarantees that, though?
One strike from the lizard man is going to hit you.
She's gonna have it.
You've already used your reaction for this round. You can't do it. It's
I
once a
can't.
round.
Oh, man. Having all these enemies really
He's
sucks.
going to do 12 points to you.
Yeah.
And then the other guy, the dwarf, is going to run in, and he has like 2 flanged maces, and he's going to swing wildly at you.
Does he hit himself in the face?
I was curious. I'm being nosy.
Oh my god, these guys rolled a Gorbo. Alright, he will hit you once again. Another 12.
Yeesh.
She's hurting.
76.
We'll have so
Alright.
much life.
Both of them are going to provoke opportunity attacks that you cannot make because you've already used your reaction this round. So they're going to rush in, they'll hit, and thankfully none of the other guys can attack because you are so piled with men that they hit their own people.
Can she, like, at some point under the pile just, like, sneak out from under the pile?
You could probably roll a stealth check to get out from the middle of it.
Do it.
Yep.
But you don't provoke opportunity attacks right now anyway. You're too fast, so nobody can hit you if you move.
Can she can't move yet, can she? It's not her turn.
It's Jania's turn.
Yeah.
She just killed 2 guys?
Right. Jania is going... So you have only seen Jania radiate red like 3 times.
Right.
Once, she ripped a dude's skull in half. The second time, she picked up a boat and threw it at a guy, but missed him and destroyed the dock.
Nice.
And the last time, you don't want to talk about the last time, but she is going to reach back, and there is so the stone wall is behind her. She's going to reach back, and there's like a lantern, like hanging on it, piece of metal. She's going to grab it and rip the chunk of the wall out, and basically bash 3 guys in the head with it. As she is indoctrinated with super strength due to her fate.
Did she kill them?
Yes, she is.
Good job, Jania. Kick his butt.
Are there any windows in here?
Well, there might be a hole in the wall now.
There are,
How big of a hole did
there
she
are
make?
windows on
I'm
this
picturing
side
Kool-Aid Man
alone
right now.
because that is the side, this side over here, because that's the side that faces the cliff. This is all inside the cliff.
By the way, is that pointed at the fight?
Yes, it's showing like from here
Okay.
to here.
Nice.
Just
So I should probably zoom it in on there because that's where everything's concentrated.
Right. You see the Goliath Bartender just like through the very edge glance of your vision. And he's like, oh shit. And he looks like, oh no, this is terrible. But he's just gonna like run away.
Makes sense.
And
Good choice. Very good choice.
you see that whatever other patrons would have joined this group apparently were kicked out as soon as they were noticed by the pirate crew. So it is just the pirate crew and you.
Goody.
And as Jania like pulls that away, you can vaguely hear her like her breath sort of driving hard, and you see the wall of blades around you. And then you're gonna hear
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No way.
"Who woke me up from my nap?"
I'll take him
Put Pot Jack in the very back, coming down those stairs back there.
down these stairs.
Yes.
Yuffie's gonna like peer out from under the pile of guys and just go, hey.
You're gonna see him kind of blink a little blearily. He goes, "Euphemia?" And it's your turn.
She'll say, you wanna kick these guys' ass with me?
He goes, "I don't even know who they are."
Yeah.
I guess it don't matter. Go ahead, your turn.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that the pirates are gonna wet themselves when he
Yeah.
She's gonna go straight for, it's Marjorie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna go straight for Marjorie.
All right.
Please hit, please hit, please hit.
Nice.
18 and 27.
Both of those hit.
Yeah. So each strike I get
Yeah, an extra 2d8 points plus your dagger damage.
For each strike?
Yes, for each strike.
Okay, nice. Alright. Well, if that was not right.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
sorry, what did you hit by? What were your hits again? I apologize.
It's okay. It was
18, 27.
and 27.
She will parry the 18. She can raise her armor class with her blade.
Oh.
So she ups it by 3.
Okay, so
and
just the
that
one.
strike will miss.
Okay. Let's reroll.
Well, it was more than the other one.
The other one was with D6s though.
7. Well, plus my 7, so 14.
14. Okay, 14 points. Alright. As you come forward and stab Marjorie, she is going to grit her teeth hard and, like, grabs your dagger's hilt and kind of forces it back with her greater strength. And she's going to try to headbutt you. But, like, you wind up dodging to the side, and she actually winds up colliding heads with one of her mates. Who she actually is going to knock out. So, one of those guys. Not one of the big guys, but one of the small guys.
Think.
He's going to fall to the floor, probably get trampled.
Yes.
4 down.
Okay.
You guys got this.
For sure, now that Potjack's here.
Maybe. It's a lot of people.
He could run through all of those guys.
He really needs to.
Yeah,
Can you
but
just run him over?
as long as he can stop himself and not run over Euphemia.
I can jump out of the way. It's fine. Come at me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like a bull. Right this way. Right here.
Alright, so it is Potjack's turn.
Oh, yes.
Unless you want to move. Remember, you don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
We want to go.
Walking on other people will be difficult terrain, unless you just go through their legs, which you can't because you're... I don't know, it's okay.
I mean, unless
I think she's gonna dance out of the way to try to get to the periphery here. Like, she wants to get out from everybody being at her.
What's your move?
So she can double, so it's usually 25, so 50.
So you just want to get...
I just need to get out of the like, I need to get where I can face opponents more.
I don't think she has to take that route. I think she can go in a straight line.
Yeah,
'cause
she can.
run between people's legs.
Either way, I mean, you want to get over here, right?
Do you want to get behind everybody?
Yes, she said like over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
If,
well then, yeah, you
if she
get
can
over
make it there, I want to get like
I believe
Yeah, you can
do
totally
that.
get
Yes.
Yes. She needs to get out from everybody being able to get at her at once.
Potjack enters initiative there.
Where?
What's his move?
Oh.
He is going to move 40 feet towards them.
Ah, crikey.
He stops,
that's 8,
he stops
right?
there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he is going to move up towards the stage
squares
in
are
the
10.
center.
Are squares 10 feet?
No, 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
He is going to reach down and rip it out of the ground.
Oh,
The stairs?
The entire stage.
Ah!
So he rips the center stage out, and there's just like concrete underneath.
Maybe
He's gonna
move
go-
again.
Yuffie is gonna like throw her head back in a mad cackle.
Keep moving him. He needs to move 40.
Oh, okay, so he's carrying it now.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Okay. It is
8
1,
squares.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares long. Can you move 7 squares? Show me what 7 squares in front of him looks like.
Hold on.
7.
So there?
Mm-hmm.
You can get to this dwarf
This dude.
line? Okay. And he's going to smash this square right here with the stage.
Are all those people dead?
No.
They have to roll.
It's an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I'm going to roll 1 roll for all of them. Actually, I'll roll 1 for the little dudes and 1
One for the big guy. That's smart.
No, I'll do it like 3 at a time. I don't want to completely screw him over. Alright, so he attacks. This is going to have a +8, less than his normal hit roll. And they have 16. So. Okay, he misses those 3. Okay, those 3 are dead.
Which 3?
That guy, and that guy are dead. For sure. He crit them. With a stage.
Yeah. With a stage.
Stage over.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so bad.
Okay, he's going to hit the lieutenant with the stage, and he will miss everybody else. So he misses these three, and that guy, and that guy.
Okay.
All right. So he's going to clobber him with the stage.
So dope.
Sarah, can you roll 66
I love
plus 14
Potjack
for
so
me?
much.
Yes.
I've come
He's
around
my
on him
favorite.
so much.
I know, I can't believe it's funny he doesn't like him.
I came around on him so much.
He's been my favorite for a while.
All right. He is going to move forward, rip the stage from its foundations, and then just come up and just like drop it hard on top of them. Several people dodge out of the way, and then like climb on it and turn towards him to get ready to like swashbuckle him. And he's like, "Come on!"
So are these guys going for him now?
Yeah.
Okay.
41.
Okay. 41 points.
I rolled pretty damn well.
All right. That is not going to put him down under any circumstances. So, dwarf has taken 41.
Damn. That doesn't put him down?
He's barely wounded.
What?
Taking
Damn.
on like 3 of the toughest guys in the fleet.
So what?
Well,
They're
now,
tough dudes.
yeah, well, now you have one of the toughest guys in the world.
Fair.
All right,
jealous of
and
this
it is their
fucking fight
turn.
I wish I was there to see this.
So it is the little
He
guys.
would have been excited to see you, Roland. He would
I
have
know.
been really excited. No, my friend Roland.
All right, Marjorie is going to look at the stage that has crashed down in front of her, and she's going to like leap up on top of it and look down at Potjack. She goes, "What the hell are you doing?" He goes, "I don't really know."
Yes!
And she goes, "Whatever she's paying you, I'll pay you triple."
Triple of nothing. Good job.
He goes, "Did you just manipulate me?"
Sounds like she did.
He goes,
She's dancing too on the table. I saw it.
she looks a little
She's wiggling.
startled.
She's
and he
wiggling.
goes, "Rah!" and like leaps frothing at the mouth towards her. Alright, is the little guys, those 3 and that guy move to Potjack?
Okay. All the way to him?
Yeah.
Can this guy make it to him?
Yes.
And does the...
The dwarf guy's not to turn yet. That guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy, that guy, that guy, let's swarm Euphemia.
Okay.
What about these
Here they come
fools?
again.
Those guys run off towards Jania.
Oh.
I assume this guy as well.
Yeah, that's it.
How far can they run?
Full 30 feet. And they'll dash if they need to. But just make sure you know which one's dashed.
All of these guys will
All
have
of
to
these
dash.
can easily get to her.
And
Sorry.
the rest of these guys are going to surround her, blocking.
Potjack.
No,
Wait, which
blocking-
ones?
They're all the guys nearest to her are going to surround her.
Okay.
Form like a wall of blades. Alright, so Euphemia, you are attacked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
You got this.
Or she could go down for the count.
You got this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So they still have disadvantage. You're still very fast, so they have pack tactics. So let's see there. Alright, so like
Which way did it go?
as they come
Nothing
forward,
bad.
charging in slow motion, you're gonna see them like come up, and as their blades like swing down in unison towards you, you're gonna swing up with Pearl's Lament, and you actually crack 2 of their blades, and drive the entirety of them to the side.
Marjorie's clearly not equipping her crew very well.
Yeah, right?
These guys are not that weak.
I'm
Like,
talking about their gear.
Yeah.
Right?
no, they're fine. They have normal swords. It's just Pearl. Also, they're crit fails because they're bad.
Yes!
What? Oh, is it?
It is.
Okay. We will will see if Euphemia's insanity is able to last, or if she is going to die here. When we return, we appreciate you very much, noble heroes. Please do like and subscribe, and remember, don't try this at home.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.